On EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. From the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here.
I'm ready.
This first quarter. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his left. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Mike 36. Mike 36. Let's go, B. Big serious right here. We got to step it up.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Wilson. And it's caught.
Oh, my God.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Oh,
it'll go as a loss
God,
on the play.
bro.
Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, my God. What? I'm
To
talking
throw
about,
is
I done
Wilson.
saw it all.
Rolling to his right.
Got your butt.
And a big one across here as he's taken down. Adafe Owe. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A big play, but
get that man that looking stuff, bro. You so goddamn looking, man.
There's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there.
Y'all so looking, man. That don't make no sense how look you is,
He
man.
proved himself on that.
Oh
catch,
my
for sure.
God, that
He
man
proved
look.
himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
And they'll let the fullback try.
That man looking, bro.
Take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to put it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Play action. It's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 36, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Finds a seam inside the 40. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Dog.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
On it. On it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
These two teams all tied after one. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now it's Carson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all.
Oh, my.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Chris Carson, 28 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Adafe Owe able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 22, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, Jackson. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
From what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is DJ Reed returning. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They go back to Carson here on second. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming and down he goes. Adafe Owe able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adafe Owe getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third down, it's Carson. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking for Bateman, he's got him complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy.
Oh, my
The Ravens
God.
go for it, but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playing position? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, At this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 29 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.